Broadcasting from Silicon Valley, California, this is Conversations with Jennylyn.
I welcome and thank you for watching Conversations with Jennylyn. Today I have a repeat guest for you, Tom Paladino. And Tom is an expert in scalar light and has been using scalar light to heal people around the world. And the reason he comes back as often as he does is I thought it would be nice to bring him to you monthly to share updates and the difference he's making in the world using scalar light. Today, the focus of our discussion will be working with missionaries and Christians around the world who have charitable organizations. Tom wants to share with them the ways scalar light can help the people within their communities. And so today he will share with us the ways he's doing this, and if he's not already working with your ministry, how you could begin to do so in the good of mankind to heal people. Thomas Paladino, Mr. Scalar Light King, thank you for taking the time to speak with us again today. Welcome, Tom, and tell us what's happening in the scalar world.
Jennylyn, thank you once again for your time and your effort. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Paladino. I want to speak about an outreach that we have. It's a scalar energy healing ministry. And I'll give you a quick background. I work with energy instruments. They're known as scalar energy instruments. And these instruments have been shown to be able to work with people and animals remotely by way of a photograph. Now, I'm going to hold up my photograph. People will email me a photograph, and I will actually place a photograph of a person or an animal inside my instrument. So I'm working with these energy instruments, scalar energy instruments, and I work exclusively by way of photographs. Okay, I want to make that very clear. So this is a new branch of physics, but that's not the crux of the matter today. The crux of the matter is I want to start working with a greater number of people as well as livestock around the world by way of their photograph. Once again, all you need to do is send us a photograph, and we place your photograph by way of email now inside a scalar energy instrument. And these instruments have been shown to be able to create in your body nutrients, micronutrients. These instruments have been shown to break apart or destroy microbes, germs. Now, I envision someday a global healing ministry by way of photographs. Okay, this is not Newtonian physics. This is not Western medicine. This is a new branch of physics. It's known as scalar energy or scalar physics. And it's a new approach to wellness. And again, the key component is this. I have these custom-built scalar energy instruments that can work with any person or any animal around the world by way of their photograph. Now, on any given day, if I were to receive 1 million photographs a day, I could work with those 1 million photographs and what? I could assemble nutrients by way of those photographs, and I could break down microbes, I could break down pathogens by way of those photographs. So this is the easy, convenient way to address wellness, to create nutrients as well as to eradicate, to break apart microbes, pathogens. Now, with that thought in mind, I've already started to work with Christian missionaries and activists, social activists around the world. And many of those people will send me a collage of photographs. I'm going to hold this up just as an example. This is a collage. So you could see on one piece of paper, people will email me a collage. There's 20 or 30 people on this collage. And I could place that collage inside a scalar energy instrument. And the instrument then could send nutrition, okay, by way of this photograph, or the instrument could also identify a microbe, a germ, and break apart that microbe or the germ. So put all of that into context. And again, to extrapolate, these instruments can work with 1 million photographs a day. So I envision a global healing ministry by way of photographs. And I realize many people in the world don't have money, they're poor, or they just don't have access to proper health care. So by and large, I think we're going to have to go about this and provide free health care for the world. It's a healing ministry. It's in honor of God, a healing ministry so that we can heal the people around the world, including their livestock and their pets. And to do so, we would simply need a grassroots movement. So the purpose of this talk today is to inculcate that concept of helping people around the world by way of their photograph, by way of this global healing ministry, and then to solicit the support of, again, Christian missionaries, social activists, charities around the world that simply want to take photographs of people in their town, as well as their livestock. Send me those photographs and I will work with you free of charge, okay? Again, this is a charitable endeavor on my part. I asked Jennylyn to carry this message around the world, and she's agreed to do so. So this is what we envision: a global healing ministry to glorify God, to help the people, to help the livestock, free of charge. But we need your participation because you're the one that has to go out and you have to identify people and livestock, okay, that in need of this healing, and then send me a collage, a photograph of those people or those animals in need of healing. Now, our website is scalarlight.com. Those of you who see this interview in the future, simply write to me. Come to our website, write to us, and we will give you instructions as to how we're going to go about this healing ministry. I would encourage you, as soon as you go to our website, scalarlight.com, you can sign up for a free session. We always offer free sessions. There's a 15-day free session on our website, scalarlight.com. So before you present this, say, to a charity or to a church or to some humanitarian group, you might want to try this yourself. You might want to sign up for the 15-day free trial. And then if it resonates with you and if this makes sense to you, then maybe approach us. And then we could speak about how we could go around the world and by way of collages, by way of group photographs, we could start working with, again, charities, churches, schools, hospitals, corporations. And we could start working with millions of people around the world and provide scalar light healing to those people by way of their photograph.
Tom.
And again, yes.
Sorry, then I am trying to envision someone watching this show and listening to you. And I'm asking questions I think that might be occurring to them. Okay. You say all you need is their photograph, and all they have to do is send you the photograph. You offer a 15-day free trial, in which time they get to determine if this is making a difference.
Yes.
Based on feedback from others who have tried this, what feedback are you getting that has determined that this treatment is making a difference in someone who's trying it in their life?
Sure, that's a great question. The greater majority of people who sample, who try the 15-day free session, say that they feel better. They can't necessarily pinpoint it, but they say that they feel better. So that, if you will, that will be the litmus test. And I'm glad you bring that up. First things first, try this yourself. It's free. There's no obligation. Try the 15-day free trial, the 15-day free session. And then again, if that makes sense and you do see that there's been some improvement in your health, then approach me. If you are sincere about a humanitarian outreach, again, to schools, to hospitals, a charitable group, or a refugee camp, whatever it might be, approach us. And I will work with you one-on-one. I will personally work with you because I take this very seriously, as you can tell. I hope you can tell. there's a lot of suffering in the world. And this new technology can alleviate a great deal of suffering. So keep in mind, this is an outreach. It's a humanitarian outreach. It's going to be free of charge for those who cannot afford sessions.
And so you said you feel better. So does it mean then that if you're not suffering, this is not something that someone needs? If you're not suffering from some type of an illness, does it mean then that you don't need this service, this healing?
That's a great question. And to answer that, I would say no. Regardless of your state of health, I think you could benefit from this. You could benefit from this. So this is, again, for all walks of life, for people in sound health or people in poor health. Okay, whether you're in the Americas or whether you're in Asia or Europe, it doesn't matter. The key is this. I have designed instruments that can help people around the world by way of their photograph. That's all we need is a photograph of a person. And in so doing, we can help people and restore some of them to health by way of this instrumentation, or at least improve their lifestyle. So I'm asking people to consider what I'm saying, pray upon this, and then if you're inclined, the first step is you go to the website and you register for the 15-day free session. See how you feel with that 15-day free session. After that 15-day free session, if that makes sense to you and you think this is of merit and you think you could use this on a global platform, or at least locally, if you will, then do so and approach me and we'll work together. Now, I am working presently with Christian missionaries in Africa. We're having great success with those Christian missionaries in Africa. And to date, I'm sure we've already worked with close to 100 million people around the world by way of a photograph. Now, what do I mean? People send me group photographs. And over the past 10 years, I'm sure I've worked with at least 100 million people around the world by way of their photograph. We have Christian missionaries in Africa that on a regular basis will send me photographs from their hometown or from, say, an event, a concert, or a church, a parish or church event, et cetera, et cetera. So the wheels are already in motion. And this is very much a global healing ministry that's unfolding by the day. That resonates with you, visit the website. Try the 15-day free session. After the 15-day free session, contact me and let's heal the world. Let's get this out there to everybody in the world. I don't want this to be in any way a monopoly or just a few people will enjoy these benefits. I want the world to enjoy these benefits. So join us.
And Tom, some people watching this might be thinking, if you have this ability, how have you helped with the COVID situation?
I would say that during the pandemic, many people who sent me their photograph, they are healthy. They are healthy.
Did you prevent or did you cure based on your knowledge?
I can't prevent it because, the germ is universal. The COVID-19 virus is universal. But people who were exposed to the COVID-19 virus, they never had what I would consider the full-blown symptoms of COVID-19. So working again with this type of format, working on a person's energetic pattern, a photograph of a person, your photograph carries your information. My photograph carries my information. Now, this is a new informational science, scalar science, in which a photograph can carry your constitution, your real-time constitution of your soul, mind, and body. This has never been done before. This is groundbreaking research. And to answer the question, those that we were working with during the pandemic, they all fared quite well. None of them became violently sick.
So Tom, you have a science background.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And this is your baby. This is your project. Yes. So you sit there and you speak of it like Don't you get it? Just send me the picture and I'll heal you. But it's such a foreign concept. So for the average person watching you, they're going, this song's out there. All you want is my picture. And
Right.
you can heal me.
Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
I understand.
This is how people will be watching us and thinking, this is I think if I didn't know as much about your business as I do, I too would think, this sounds so crazy. So why isn't he healing the whole world? And so because you have a science mind and in your mind, you know how this works.
Right.
But
Right.
for those people who do not have a scientific background and a scientific understanding of how this works, tell us.
Okay, that's a great point. So I'm going to give you this analogy. I hold in my hand a cell phone. Now, many times I've spoken to people, obviously, and their voice is modulated through this cell phone. Obviously, the person is not in the cell phone. Okay, it's a transfer of energy. So likewise, when I'm working with a person by way of a photograph, obviously it's the person is not inside my instrument, just as the person is not inside my cell phone. It's the energy modulation inside my cell phone, or it's the energy modulation of a photograph inside my instrument. So if you can deliver energy to a cell phone, then you can deliver energy to a photograph. So keep in mind, there are no in-person sessions. I'm working with your energy pattern. Okay? If you can receive a signal by way of a cell phone, then you can receive a signal by way of your photograph. So this is a new science, and you make a good point, Jennylyn. This is new. This is groundbreaking research. This has never been done before. And that's why we offer the 15-day free session, because we want people to be comfortable. I don't expect anybody to quite grasp this at the first go around. I don't know of anybody in the world that's doing this. These instruments are custom built. My approach is unique. So everything that I do is new, different, groundbreaking, unique. So I would suggest that you visit the website, scalarlight.com. And the website will explain my work as a researcher. And keep in mind that I only work with people by way of their photograph. By the way, the age of your photograph does not matter. So whatever the age of your photograph, it doesn't matter. You simply email us a photograph. Send us your photograph. Maybe send us photographs of your family and pets. And then see how your family and your pets respond and how they feel. Thereafter, if that makes sense to you, and again, you want to share this with your community, with your social club, with your charity, with your church, with your school, with your university, please do so. This is the easy way to deliver quantum health care. It's quite affordable and it is effective. So to speak to your point, Jennylyn, I don't necessarily want people to accept this face value. I want people to do their research, and please pray upon this matter. I want you to be comfortable. That's a good point.
No, because it's just like so many things that are just out of our comprehension. When someone says it to us, it sounds out there. For example, when I first heard about emails, I'm like, I couldn't wrap my head around it. How do you send a letter via the internet? Yeah. You know, and then you see, because after a while you start receiving emails. Yeah. So just like everything else, when you hear of something new, because lately we are having so much innovation and so much of it, the average person who has no relation to that field has difficulty wrapping their head around the concept and how it possibly works. But we're living in a time where it seems like the impossible is happening. And brilliant minds like yours are bringing innovation to benefit mankind. Yeah. If it's not through tech, it's through medicine. So I'm just asking the questions that I think someone who is new to what you're offering might be thinking. Okay. Now, for me, it's like, what is the worst that somebody can do with your photograph? People
Okay.
can do terrible things with your photograph. I know, because it was done to me. But in your case, you're clearly someone who is working for mankind. You're working with the ministries. You are a Christian.
Yes, I am.
But you are not only offering the service to Christians, you are open to all.
Correct.
You
Yes.
open to people.
Everybody.
Regardless of
Everybody.
their philosophies.
Yes.
You just want to help mankind.
Yes. Correct.
Regardless of the umbrella, your skin color, your beliefs, your age, you were given this task, you told me, by Jesus to help the world. And
correct.
It is divine light that you are channeling through this machine that you have created. And then you take people's photographs and you use God's light.
Yes.
Heal their bodies of whatever need healing.
Yes.
So you don't take a picture and go, oh, this person looked like they have AIDS or they have herpes, or I'm going to heal that. You just pass the picture through the machine, and whatever needs healing in their bodies, the God light will heal it.
Yes, that's correct. That's
it's
correct.
As simple as that, people. So what does a person have to lose by sending you their picture?
Nothing but their germs, as I say. The only thing you have to lose is your germs.
So if you're watching this show, we are almost out of time. I hope that, you try it, because I've tried it. And I must say, I really struggled after I got my COVID vaccine. I am someone who's generally allergic to vaccines. So it hit me like a ton of light, a bolt of lightning. And it took me a while to really regain my energy levels, etc. And thank you, Tom. Tom was healing me. And I trust that daily his healing helped me to regain my energy levels and my equilibrium, because I felt like I was knocked off. So what do you want to leave with people watching this?
We have to reach out to mankind. I realize everybody has to work for a living, and that's logical. But this is the way I give back to mankind. And if God gave me a great gift, I want to share that great gift of God. So mark my word, the day is coming, mark my word, we will work with 1 billion photographs a year, 1 billion photographs a year, and God will cure 1 billion people a year. Mark my word, the day is coming, we will work with 1 billion photographs a year, and God will cure those 1 billion people per year. Mark my word. Thank you, Jennylyn.
Thank you, Tom. Now, Tom, can they find testimonials on your website? And if they can, will you direct them to exactly where they can find it?
Sure. Scalarlight.com is the website, SCALAR, scalarlight.com. At the very top bar, you'll see testimonial tab. Just hit the testimonial tab and you will see thousands of testimonies from people around the world. And we do not alter those testimonies at all. Those are the verbatim testimonies of people from around the world, and that should resonate with you as to how effective this scalar light healing is.
Well, Tom, thank you so much that you are so persistent. And even though you recognize that this is something that is new to the world, that when something is new, you have to work extra hard. You have to be patient. You have to be diligent and determined. All qualities I've seen in you. So my hope is that anybody watching this show will try the free 15-day trial. And hopefully you will understand that this light is making a difference in your life. And then you can find out how Tom can help you in other ways.
Splendid.
And so we thank you so much for watching us again. And we will see you next time with some updates, and maybe Tom can share some testimonials on the next section. And I will see you next time. Thank you.
Broadcasting from Silicon Valley, California, this is Conversations with Jennylyn.